The Public Complaints Commission has called for the strengthening of institutions to combat administrative injustice and corruption. The Commission's Chief Commissioner, Mr. Abimbola Ayo-Yusuf, made the call in Abuja at a one-day conference organized by the Commission in collaboration with the Foundation for Youth Empowerment and Social Justice.
The purpose of this summit, which is to foster collaboration between the Public Complaints Commission and other organizations, is quite timely and key to the understanding of the mandate of the Commission and its role in supporting the growth of democracy in the country. I especially want to thank the Foundation for Youth Employment and Social Justice for its major support in organizing this summit, which is very significant. The Public Complaints Commission, as a bureaucratic institution, is the Nigerian version of the Ombudsman. It was established with Decree number 31 of 1975, which is now cited as Cap P37, LFN 2004. It is entrenched in the 1999 Constitution as amended. Permit me to state categorically that it is imperative for organizations to strengthen their institutions if they must succeed in their efforts to provide quality service to the people and bring to acceptable minimum the balance of administrative injustice and corruption in the public as well as the private sector. When institutions are properly developed, they will have the capacity to discharge their functions with professionalism. I strongly believe that building strong and enduring institutions is key to good governance and the employment of equity and fairness for everyone. This summit is a clarion call on all of us to engage in effective and thoughtful discussions that will strengthen collaborations that will make the Nigerian Ombudsman serve this country better. As stakeholders, we invite you to examine the quality of services the Commission provides to ensure best administrative practices in organizations and to give support to people who are supposed to benefit from the services provided.
Ms. Sandra Benson, the Director, Administration, Foundation for Youth Empowerment and Social Justice, said the Foundation and PCC were working hard to ensure justice for those who have faced injustice over the years.
This summit marks the beginning of important engagement with stakeholders and the PCC, addressing citizen complaints about administrative actions. I fully support our collective efforts to join the PCC to fight for injustice, which concerns us all, not just those in government. Ignoring justice only allows it to spread, making it more challenging to tackle. Every Nigerian worker deserves adequate security and livelihood protection from the government, and it's our responsibility to ensure workers' complaints are taken seriously and addressed promptly.
Also speaking, Maurice Okoye, the retired Deputy Corps Commander and Chief Executive Officer, Jewel Social Empowerment Initiative, stressed critical need for consequence management in addressing issues in Nigeria.
One major issue we have in addressing issues is consequence management. The consequence management in Nigeria is almost absent, and people feel they can do anything and get away with it. When someone heads an agency of government, he doesn't see himself as an employee. He sees himself as if he's the owner of such an organization, and then he begins to neglect the principles, the laws guiding the agency, and then at a point he begins to privatize it and accord some form of favor to those he feels he can extend it, not really based on merit. Some of the issues we need to look at going forward. And I must tell you, there are so many persons out there that are not getting justice. So many persons are no longer seeking redress. They say we leave it to God. If I go to seek redress, I will still spend money and nothing happens. I'll tell you one sad story. At a point, a friend of mine, his house was attacked, he was robbed, so to say, this gate man was injured. The issue of tracking the vehicle that was stolen came, and he was asked to bring 400,000. And all I said to him, the 400,000 will go. Let's hold the 400,000 and then begin to look for other money to get another vehicle. But I was not supposed to be saying that if I'm sure we can move forward and achieve results. But the Honorable Chief Commissioner, I'm here to tell you that a lot of persons are not working towards getting justice because they are not convinced that they will indeed get justice. So we need to kind of reboot and restore public confidence going forward.
The CSP El-Musta Sani, head Police Complaint Response Unit in the Nigeria Police Force, said the unit was created in 2015 to handle complaints against police officers from members of the public. He said from the first quarter of 2024, the unit had received 459 complaints on misconduct of police officers from members of the public through its social media platforms, and that 265 cases had been resolved, while 195 were still being handled, adding that it takes the unit 21 days to receive and conclude investigations.
The major problem, I think, in my own perspective, that we face in Nigeria is most of these institutions are there, but most of the people around, the Nigerians, don't know the functions of these institutions. And this is a bottleneck to most of these resolutions that we are taking up. In the Nigerian Police Force, my office was established in 2015, which is a complaint response unit. And the reason why the Nigerian Police Force established this complaint response unit is because that so many Nigerians felt that they don't even need to seek for justice because at the end of it, it will be futile. Therefore, the Nigerian Police Force decided to, during the reign of retired Inspector General of Police Solomon Arasi, incidentally, he's now the Chairman Police Service Commission, to establish this office of complaint response unit. The complaint response unit is just to listen and accept and receive complaints from members of the public from not the normal way, but the other way. What I mean by the other way is members of the public can report police officers' conduct or misconduct through social media platform, not necessarily for you to walk into police stations. And the office is directly responsible to the office of the Inspector General of Police through the public relation officer. Therefore, the cycle, because of the coming of the public relation officer and directly to the Inspector General of Police, that cycles give a relief to members of the public as they will not have much contact with police officers on the ground that may prevent them from doing such particular duties.
Hajia Salamatu Maman, the Commission's secretary, called for more collaboration between relevant authorities for effective service delivery.
The purpose of this is to come together and see how we can hold hands to serve the nation better. The Commission has served the nation for over 48 years now, and every day we find the need to add to our pool of resources to deliver on our mandates. The system deems it fit to apply the principle of the broom. You use the broomstick, you don't do much, but when you tie it into a bundle, you do better. And that's the intention of our meeting with you, for us to see how we can effectively collaborate with one another and do much more.